feminine. Let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are the Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. Let us see, let us see. What are the messages? For feminine, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, okay. It says, can you still trust she or he? Okay, can you still trust she or he? And there's a ring here. Like this person wants to make an offer to you. 2 candles here. Somebody is wondering if the flame has gone out for you or if it's still lit. It's lit here for them. All right. We have, you've come farther than you think. Okay, you've come much farther than you think. All right, feminines. Do you ever think about me late at night? All right, so the person is definitely thinking of you. Wondering if you're thinking of them. Again, can you trust me? Again, do you trust me still? Every person who leaves takes away something you no longer need. Okay? So whatever is falling away right now is meant to. It no longer resonates. It's how you look at it. It's how they look at it. Either or both. Your past shapes you, but it doesn't define you. All right? So yeah, it's like you broke the chain. You broke the chain here from someone. Don't let fear be your driver. Maybe you were always afraid to do this because you were like, oh, well, I love this person. I feel like I'm going to love them forever or something. But you finally went ahead and you did it. Okay, we have, if there's a next life, I tell you how I feel sooner. Aww. The person feels like you're walking away because they took too long to say to you what needs to be said, to do with you or for you what they feel needs to be done. If there's a next life, I tell you how I feel sooner. That is so sad. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't do right by you this time, but I pray that if we get to cross paths again, that I get the chance to do right by you that time, you know? Even though the two of you may have decided that something is best the way that it is, you know, or just letting it be. Obviously, you know, if there's a strong soul tie or strong soul connection, it's not easy to break. It's not easy to break away from. It's not easy to forget about. So that could be what's going on here. All right. Let's see. Somebody feels like something is worth the effort. And we have ignite your soul, you know, again, back to this. Someone feels like something is worth the effort. They think that maybe the fire has gone out, the flame has gone out, something like that. All right. But it says, go your own way. Trust your intuition and embrace individuality, paving your path with courage and authenticity. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, knowing your dedication will lead to rewarding discoveries. Okay. So this person feels like, maybe there were people that were telling them not to do this, like not to pursue you, not to come the direction of you or something like that. But these cards are saying, you know, now they're thinking like, maybe I should just do what I wanted to do, or maybe I should do what I want to do and not go off of what these other people are saying. Ignite your soul. Embrace the mysteries of life. Stay open-minded and embrace the wisdom that unfolds from every experience. Okay. Like they ask people for advice and things like that, but the advice that these people gave them could have only, you know, caused more separation or distance between the two of you. So they're like, I don't know if this is the advice I should be listening to. Maybe I just need to go for it, you know, that kind of thing. On your own. It's time to take some alone time or be single to get a new perspective. Okay, so you've been distancing yourself. See here, the foot trails or foot tracks. Okay, footprints all the way up here. Okay, you're distant and up is ascending. So it's like you're focused on that. Ascending, leveling up. Even the balloons go up, you know, so it's like that. You're not trying to stay in no down energy, no down space. Yeah, new worlds. Okay, there are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up. So exactly, it's like if this is not it for you, you're like, okay, fine. I'm just going to move on with my life to, you know, go the direction that Spirit wants me to go. Meadow of moments. Bask in the meadow of moments where presence blossoms in the simplicity of now. So you're being grateful for where you are now. Whatever didn't work out, again, you feel like, okay, perhaps it wasn't meant to. Again, every person who leaves takes something you no longer need. So if you feel like you lost parts of yourself, maybe you don't need those parts of yourself anymore or something like that. The parts of you that resonated with this person or the situation are no longer or something like that. All right, we have real promise. Release the chains of the past, see, and dance to the rhythm of possibility. Yeah, so it's like it was a lot of fake promises made. You see that? As I said, real promise. You broke free from all the fake promises that were made. All the false hope that this person kept on giving. You know? So they're like, do you ever think of me? You're like, mm-mm. You know, you probably try your hardest not to, actually. Which, if you ask me, will make you think of them more. But, okay, maybe you just focus on other things. Okay. Okay, we have embrace courage. It says, open your mind, learn from experiences, and let answers unfold in your journey. Yeah. So it's like you're releasing the chains of the past, opening your mind, learning how to dance to the rhythm of possibility, and allowing answers to unfold as you move through your journey, you know? You feel like you know all the answers? No. But do you feel like you're going to figure it out as you go along? Yes. We have clear mind. Do you have a clear mind? Yep. All right. And then we have here ignite ambition. So you're putting the energy into other things. You're channeling it a different way. So sweep away any doubts that you have and know you are right. Okay. So you are right to move the way that you're moving. Pursue desires with drive and face consequences bravely. Keep an open mind as answers reveal your journey. All right. I feel like as you go to like drive away in this car, this person, it's like they creep in. They're going to keep creeping in because they have a hard time letting you go. But it seems like they didn't do what they should have done to have you stay. Yeah, but see, this is all you want to do. I said as you get in that car and move forward, look, it really wouldn't matter. They can try to stop you. But it says silence is its own kind of confession. Yeah. So if this person isn't saying anything, if you're not saying anything, it says everything. Like if nobody has nothing to say, it says everything. I've been talking to you guys about this. So this is a repetitive, you know, message this week. All right. And then we have here recovery comeback with the cross. All right. So it's like somebody is recovering right now. Somebody's spirit and heart is recovering from something they assumed to be true or assumed to be real. But they feel like the person did not put in enough energy or effort. It was never really real. For that person is how you feel. But the way they're saying it is like it was absolutely real. They were going based off of what others said or suggested they should do. And I don't know. Like when people hear that, they think, oh, well, you know, you should make your own decisions. That's right. You should make your own decisions. However, if a person is not sure, if they're confused, they may go to the people that they trust the most, you know, that they look up to, different things like that. You know, I trust this person's advice. You know, some people have mentors. You know, they might go to their mentor and say, well, what do you think about this? You know, that kind of thing. And when mentors say, well, I don't know, this, and this. You know, we talked about the other day where a person gives half information. So if you only give half information, you can only get half truth. They may have said, well, you know, this is what feminine did, and this is how they made me feel, and da-da-da. But did they say anything that happened prior to that caused feminine to do X, Y, Z? Prior to them feeling 1, 2, 3, you know, or did they just talk about what you did and how it made them feel? You know, so the person is only going to give them assistance off of that. Well, if this is what the person did and this is how it made you feel, then you shouldn't da-da-da-da. But did you tell them, hey, this is what I did to this person, and because of it, this is what they did, and I didn't like it, so I felt like this. But ultimately, maybe I couldn't or shouldn't have felt like that because, well, I'm the one who did X, Y, Z. So everything is like cause and effect. You get what I'm saying? You want to tell them the effect and how the effect made you feel, but what was the cause? You see what I'm saying? So something was missing from the story. Whoever they were talking to, and it's not the first time we said it this week. All right, something was missing from that story. So we have here metamorphosis, mirage. Embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. Okay. So again, ascending, leveling up, you know what it takes to make yourself happy. If you have not been doing those things, and it's like, it's time for me to put that back into me. I am not, you know, expecting someone else to be what keeps me happy. It's not anybody else's responsibility but our own to keep ourselves happy. You know what I mean? So if you're not happy with a certain situation, relationship, what have you, it's time to move on. All right. It says explore an abundance of opportunities with an open mind. Answers reveal limitless horizons for your journey. Do you see? It's a lot of repetitive messages. Even if the cards are different, it's like you're going onward, upward. You know, you're journeying to new things. You're not thinking about the past. All right. But it says, tune into the silence for truths that words cannot express. Listen deeply. Hear what's unsaid. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot that's not being said right now. Like, you and this person really not saying nothing, but it's a lot being said at the same time. You get what I'm saying? There's so much being said. As I said, twins can communicate with each other even when they're not, you know, talking in the physical or talking in the 3D. It's still that communication going on. All right, but again, somebody's not saying anything. For some of you, feel like that's telling you everything you need to know. You don't really know what you can do with that, you know. You don't really know what you can do with that. All right, we have no illusion. Stay grounded in truth, embracing reality with with clarity and wisdom to navigate life's journey authentically. Okay, and here we go again, igniting your soul. Before it was rising flames, right? We got the seed of potential. What's back here? Vortex of creativity. I thought you've been taking time for self. Some of you may have been taking days off of work, like sporadically, randomly, you know. Some of you are booking random spa days and spa treatments. Some of you are going on retreats. Okay. Yeah, your mind is clear. And as you do these things, it's only becoming more clear. So it's like you're making the decisions based on what you feel is best for you. Someone feel like you're worth the effort, but you haven't seen much effort come from the person. Seek clarity. Embrace openness and insight, allowing life's truths to reveal themselves. This person doesn't have clarity on what they want to do. New worlds. They know they want to explore new worlds with you. But, all right, we have cutting edge. Slice through obstacles and carve a path forward to your dreams. That's what they would have to do. They haven't done it. That's why they said perhaps next lifetime. And higher wisdom. Explore options, learn what you can, and expand your horizons. You have or are tapped into higher wisdom. So again, it's just certain things that you're not about to do. You're not about to play. You're not about to act like you don't know what you know. You know, you love the person, you care about the person, but the reality is they're not doing much to show you anything. All right, so unity blooms. Foster harmony and connection within your community, nurturing bonds that bring us together. Wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's exactly what you need. This is what I get. I feel like the person's going to tap into higher wisdom so that they can pursue what they want to pursue with you. Because otherwise, I mean, you're not seeing anything from this person that says, yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing. You're releasing the past. So if this person is like, oh, next lifetime, then like, okay, next lifetime, then, you know, like you're not dwelling on anything right now. Okay. Roots of success. Secure your foundation, fostering growth and stability for a thriving journey ahead. Exactly. With duality dance, it says seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. So yeah, somebody was over here, it's like a little clown, you know, and how many times has that come out? Like, because this person is embarrassed by how they look, or, you know, and again, do I feel like that's really the type of person that they are? Probably not. But that's the way that they feel about themselves because of how they handled this situation. You know, based on the way you keep showing up in the readings, it's like they had no reason to handle you like that, but they did. Now, the only thing that they can think of is they weren't ready. You know, perhaps they weren't ready for the blessing, because that's what they view it as. It's a blessing, right? You're rooted in success. You're rooted in stability. So you're not going to allow this or any other situation to throw you off of what you got going on. You know, if the person really loves you, then they would show you that. Okay? They would show you that. A lot of you feel, because I'm getting from them, and it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that goes to confirm and show. I'm getting from the masculine that they feel like, you know, you haven't really done the most to show them or something like that. But I'm not feeling that. Now, I'm not saying their feelings are invalid, but I just don't see that here. I don't see that. I feel like a person just wasn't given anything. Like, for example, she has a glow around her, right? There's a glow around his ring right here. So it's like, if this is what they always wanted to do, if they always wanted to make that offer to you, but they just never did it, you know, that's not a you thing. It's not your fault. You did not make it. You know, you did not make the offer. Like, I don't really know what the person would want you to do, but you're not living in fantasy land with them. See, fantasy land right here, no illusions. You're not doing it. It says, make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page. Yeah, you feel like, no illusions. They were not being realistic. They were not on the same page as you. They made that clear several times. You see? Several times. All right, so right here, turn the page. It says, embrace new chapters with curiosity. Openness paves the path to wisdom. No. Instead of turning the page and looking into something else, they want to study you more. Learn more about you. Learn more about this connection. Okay? They feel like this is for their highest good. It says, embrace the journey with openness, trusting in the universe to lead you towards your greatest fulfillment. They feel like this connection is for their highest good. Yeah, didn't I say something about spiritual retreat? Here it is. It says, seek solitude to reconnect with your inner wisdom and emerge rejuvenated. That's funny. Okay, so Blue is like, yeah, look at this stuff that's here, you know, that we actually said that if we didn't look, we wouldn't know it's there, you know. That's the thing. Maybe they just didn't feel steady in life at a certain point, and you were, or something like that. That had a lot to do with it as well. All right. Thank you, Spirit. You got the 8 of Swords. The 5 of Wands. Yeah, so this person could have said something or did something that they think about all the time. How this situation happened between the two of you. Something that drives them nuts. They don't like it. Yeah, 3 of Swords. Because it not only caused you pain, but it caused them pain as well. And it's something they feel like they may not get the opportunity to fix. Yeah, this is the masculine Emperor, divine masculine energy. All right. For some of you, you feel like it's a karmic masculine. We have the Strength card. All right. Strength card is healing, grace. All right. Compassion, courage. So someone may feel like they have to work up the nerve to come towards you and speak. There may be a phone call here with Judgment and the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles. They feel like they want to restore harmony and a connection with you. And the only way to do it is to actually invest. Put the work in. Show you that they care. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Show you that it's not an illusion. It's not a game. It's not a joke. Remember the first card out? They had a ring on it. Okay? They really want to put a ring on it is what I'm getting. Wheel of Fortune suggests that they feel this is a destined connection. Something that's meant to be. Knight of Pentacles. But they want to take their time and make sure. Perhaps that's what they've been doing this whole time. Taking their time. But you feel like they've been taking way too much time. Or something like that. 5 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be, again, the people around them gave them certain type of advice. Maybe not the best, but they gave them the advice. All right, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. We have Justice. All right, Justice is all about making something right. They don't feel like they did right by you at all. Again, you know, next lifetime, perhaps High Priestess. They feel like you are someone that they don't have to pretend for. Like, they can just be themselves. That's their favorite part. All right, we have the Tower. Yeah, so something's about to happen here with this Tower so that this 10 of Cups can come into fruition. We have Temperance and the 4 of Swords. All right, so Temperance is about divine intervention, protection, doing things in moderation, bit by bit, piece by piece. Because the person knows that you're in a space right now where you're protecting your peace, it's like they know they have to come a very certain type of way. Ooh, specific type of way. They can't come to you just any old kind of way. I'm protecting my peace now. So I feel like you always protected your peace, but you just never felt you had to protect your peace from them. Now you do. You have the King of Pentacles, but they want to come in and show you that you can depend on them, that you can trust them. They want to be affectionate, romantic, and take you out. And, you know, you have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is somebody that is extremely wise. So again, with that higher wisdom, this person may realize that you have been tapped into higher wisdom this whole time. If you feel like something is a certain type of way, it's because it is. You put the pieces together and you made sense of something. Okay. They respect the way that your mind works, you see? When I tell you this is all they think about, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, is popping this question to you. That's it. This person wants to pop the question. They want to make this offer to you. They want you to be their divine counterpart in real time, because you're the divine counterpart, period. But they want you to be their spouse. Okay? But some people think their spouse is their divine counterpart. No, it's not. Not always. I'm not saying it can't be. I'm just saying it's not always the case. Okay? It's definitely not. So let's see. It can be, for sure. Definitely. You guys know that. All right. Hello. But I'm saying it's not always the case. All right. So a person will say, oh, you know, it's my husband, so it's my divine counterpart. No, it's not. Okay. You got the Four of Wands. Your divine counterpart is your divine counterpart, whether y'all married or not. All right. So this is all you think about. Four of Wands coming into union with you. That's it. All right. Five of Wands. We got the Six of Cups. Yeah, so it could have been children involved or something like that. That, you know, why the person moves the way that they move or something. Three of Wands. But they're coming towards you to heal this broken heart of theirs that they created. All right, they want to try to resolve this thing with you. Let's see what this Tower is about. Eight of Pentacles and the Chariot. Yep. All right, this person does not want you to move on. That's what it's about. Nine of Cups, because their heart desires you that much. Nine of Swords. Temperance and excuse me, the High Priestess and the Empress. All right, yeah, so this is what their heart desires. This High Priestess, Empress, Divine Feminine. All right, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Yep. All right, and the Two of Swords is being of two minds. This person doesn't know if you still see them the same. Do you still see me as your divine counterpart because of everything that's happened? Death card. They feel like they've transformed, they've changed, but they really don't want this connection to die off. They really don't. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages? All right, we have Truth Warrior. See, with the Queen of Swords. It says, to see clearly, you must be willing to look without flinching. Let the truth be your compass, even if it leads you into the wilderness. All right, so you are the truth, basically. All right, we have Wild Rebirth. It says, can you feel it? The stretch, the strain, the tension before your rebirth. You're about to hatch. All right, somebody's being reborn. Lone Wolf. Let the pack doubt you. Sovereignty is standing firm in your truth, even when you stand alone. Absolutely. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Yo, whoa. All right, so we have false knowledge and burn the script. I feel like these two go together. Perfect. All right, but it says, just because you've always believed it doesn't mean it's true. What if what you know is actually what you were conditioned to believe? And you don't have to keep playing the part they wrote for you. Burn the script, rewrite the plot, make it legendary. What did I say? It's like somebody was conformed or conditioned to be a certain type of way. And so they just kind of go with that. You know, this is how I've been conditioned to believe. It's how I've been conditioned to move. But because of that, it intervened with the connection that y'all have. Now they want to redo. We have blameless and fact check, because they've been fact checking. It says, a faulty belief system will still feel true if it's never been challenged. How much of your truth is based on secondhand stories and emotional static? Exactly. Blameless. When you always point the finger, you always give the wand. Blame is a leash that ties your power to someone else's behavior. Cut it. And I feel like that's what you did. You said you were giving them the truth. They didn't want to believe it. They wanted to believe the false knowledge instead. To look at you like, oh, this can't be, you know, equally yoked or something like that. Whatever the heck they was thinking. Now the person is like, I want this Empress, this Truth Warrior. This is what I want for myself. Thank you very much, you know. Ciao. But those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Beyond Chasing says, there's a point where effort becomes resistance. Let go of the scramble. Let the universe meet you halfway. Exactly. Somebody could have not been putting in effort. You stopped. Now they feel like, well, if I don't, then I guess it's done. Ciao. And Pharaoh focus. Want to become unstoppable? Get crystal clear on what you want and refuse to be seduced by anything that dilutes it. I know that's right. So this is your message, or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. The information that's where you can book personal readings with me can be found in the description box beneath this video. Peace and agri.